Incoming transmission from the future. Vancouver AI Community Meetup.
What's up, bro?
How's it going, man?
You could have got dressed. The point here is the next 4 or 5 people who are going to come up here and talk for 1 minute, or possibly 2, but probably 1, is people from our community who are in the startup program. So these guys have been exhibiting on the trade show floor. They've got booths and signs and swag and the rest, and they're out there trying to send their message to the world. So I thought, who better to tell us what's actually going on at Web Summit than the people on the floor?
No, appreciate it, Chris. So, I mean, like everyone else, shout out to Chris. I think the community itself speaks for itself. The amount of people that came all the way, through downtown. Oh, sorry. All right. The amount of people that brave through downtown traffic, cross the bridge, and come here to McMillan to support this awesome BC AI community. I mean, this is amazing to see everyone here today. So, as Chris mentioned, I was on the floor, so I'm gonna call a bit of an audible today as well. I was gonna present a little bit about the framework that we're building our app on, but there'll be other opportunities for that. Today has been super exciting on the floor. So we had the chance to exhibit our app, and honestly, we did not expect it to be so busy. So, I mean, I'm a veteran in the conference scene, attended trade shows in Beijing, Hong Kong, Singapore, San Francisco, you name it. And so I didn't know what to expect with the Web Summit coming into town. I mean, there's Web Summits all across the world, but this is the first one we have in Vancouver. So what I experienced is that people want to learn. People really are curious about what's happening in the tech scene here. So, of course, 80-90% of people, of companies are saying that they're building with AI. And so it's really up to us to be able to articulate and explain what makes us special. And so AI fascinates everyone. And one of the feedback that I gave to BC AI when Chris sent out the survey is, what is it that's going to make Vancouver stand out as an AI community, across the world? It starts with us, right? It starts with community. It starts with empathy. It starts with us helping each other, boosting each other. And what I saw today was, not everyone is in the same industry that I am. Not everyone is doing things that's related to what I'm doing. But as long as you're open-minded, I want to share my experiences, conceptualizing the product, building the AI frameworks that we're building, our experiences shipping the product, the obstacles that we've overcome, what works, what doesn't. We realize that, if we're willing to share, people are willing to share as well. And so many people proactively said that, oh, you know what, I might not be a target user, but I know someone that is. Let me introduce you to that person. And that honestly has been the best feedback that I've gotten. And so I'm looking forward to enjoying the rest of the week as an attendee. So I'll make the rounds on the floor. If you're around, please give me a shout out. But otherwise, I think this has been a great experience, and I look forward to seeing what the outcome is after the summit week. So thanks a lot, Chris.
Thanks, Ted. His company's called Nemu. He'll be demoing here again in the future, but you can check him out on his website. He's got some stuff online. Let's go, Dean. And then actually, all y'all come up here who are talking during this part, please. You know who you are. All right, Dean Chev, Virtual Health Technologies.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'll stand over here. I didn't expect that I'll be speaking tonight, but thank you for having me. This was an amazing experience right now happening with the Web Summit. So since I have only a minute, I'm just going to be very brief with what we found for the past 2 days. There's still 2 more days to come, and we have a demo on Friday. So our booth is coming up live, and for the first time to public, we are showing the demo of our product, which is going to blow your mind, because so far when we were showing it to a few individuals today and yesterday, yeah.
Really?
It was amazing.
You showed it to people and they like it?
They fall off their chair.
Congratulations.
So come, take a look. It'll be exciting.
We've all been hunkered down thinking of shit and building shit, and he built it and he demoed today and people liked it.
People were excited. I want you to come and take a look for yourself.
What's it do?
It's Acna. It's her. It's she. It's your AI. It's AI that knows everything about your health. Everything. Your vital signs, your past history, your family history, your DNA, your secrets beyond the belief.
Did they get it from my shoes?
They can get it from every device you have connected to your cell phone. And here's the secret of why everyone's just being knocked off the floor. Imagine any situation, any question you have about yourself and health. So today, for example, you go in a store and you want to buy a product, a supplement. And you say, oh, should I have this supplement? And then what Ekna says? No. Why? Because you have this allergy, this history, this. And when people are like, wait a second, maybe this is a good thing that we have someone giving us advice as simple as that wait a second, stop there for a moment, reconsider your ideas, because hey, maybe genetically, historically, based on your medical profile, it's not a good product. Of course, things goes even more intense. I'm not going to go in detail.
You know why the thing why this thing runs long sometimes is because this turns into a bit of like a
Story.
So, don't you know that half those people are still hung up on the first thing you said when you're like, it fucking knows everything about you, about your health, about your insides and your outsides. And so like, as a picture of this thing, like you gotta like know that these people are like, why do I even fucking want that? How did the information get there? You know what I mean, right? Like.
But here's the caveat. Nobody else will be able to have access to this data unless you have a telehealth care conversation with a physician and you allow it. So first time in the world, suddenly you can talk to specialists across the country that you need, and with the fingertip, he has or she has access to your medical data with Ekna. Now, some people will say, whoa, why? Most people will say, oh my God, finally. Because the decision ability for doctor to diagnose you just went 100 times.
I think you're right. I actually think you're right about that. If you can get around the initial, like, how the fuck does this thing know about me? What does it know? Who's in control of that info? Once you can get past that hump, then the optimism, the power of what that could mean, you know, like, I got a 25-year-old autistic son who barely speaks, and his mother's a saint. She keeps a 3,000-page medical history about him that she interprets to every new specialist, every new doctor. And she, if it were not for her completely full-time dedicating her life to his care, he'd be fucked, you know? And but if he had this and that 2,500-page health record of every seizure, every hospitalization, every surgery or whatever could be, you know, deployable to a new doctor, a new specialist that comes around when you need that person, it would completely change both of those people's lives. Sure. So anyway, man, congratulations on launching it. Thanks for letting me bust your chops a little bit about your pitch, bro. Don't worry, Nels, I won't do the same to you. I'm looking for James and Udbab.
Yeah, Udbaf, if you're talking, or...
His father.
Oh, okay. Well, he's very popular today, but I'm going to tell you a story about him, actually, because
Come on, Udbab.
in January of this year, I decided to start a startup, but I didn't know what I was building, and I didn't want to build a product that nobody would use, because I've done that in the past. And so instead, the approach was, I'm going to find a really hard problem that somebody has that needs solving. I'm going to use AI to solve it. And so 5 days into starting my company, I registered with BC, etc. I sat into a coffee shop with Utbaf, and he said, Niels, I'm looking for a mission. And I was like, I have a mission. We're finding a problem. But I've got barely any money. And if I hire you, then the run rate is going to be half. But I'll hire you anyway, and we're going to go find a problem, and we're going to start a company, and we're going to do that. So we have since done that. Little did I know I would get a mini CEO along with the ride. So he's been there every single step of the way. And so, yeah, our startup is focused on doing AI for manufacturing. We're starting in demand planning. We've done a pilot. They've signed on for phase 2. We're looking at our second customer right now. So manufacturing, they are struggling with lots of problems. The big thing is in Canada, we're actually one of the lowest productivity GDP per employee in manufacturing in the G7. Half the productivity of the manufacturers in the US. So when we're talking about the scale of the problem, there's so much to be done in operations in terms of efficiency, in terms of being able to produce products better, quicker, and Canada has all the resources. So our company is really focused on enabling that here in Canada. I'll give the mic to Adopted.
Hey. I've been with Niels, and it's been an amazing journey there. This guy works super hard day and night, from 3 a.m. to 3 a.m., 24 hours, and that's how we get our pilots delivered in 6 weeks, which take bigger consultancies 3 years. So that's that part of it, and it's with AI and with the automations. I think I'll take another perspective at it. Right now, we all need to integrate it into our lives, something which Chris and some of us are doing. And I'll give you a quick hack. So I have this plot device on my hand. It's recording everything I'm saying and everything you guys are saying to me. But this goes directly into my database, which could be anything. It's a Notion database right now. It segregates information as on different bases, and so eventually I have an entire database of proprietary knowledge that I own, and as a company that we own, manufacturing specific knowledge when we go to our consultations. So I think that's something everyone should think on. And Patrick is somebody who's doing great work everywhere, and I think, yeah. So, but yeah, let's make amazing AI products, or integrate it well into our lives and use it well as a good resource there.
I just got, thanks guys. Thanks a lot. Stay here for a second though. I just got 15 text messages that says next month people who are wearing those devices have to have a different color name tag. Yeah. So that we all know who's wearing them and who's not, I'm obviously joking, but it's like a very, very popular product. PLAUD fits right with my whole methodology around AI, which is create personal knowledge bases from your head and your heart by speaking those words into the world. Never sit down in front of a dumb AI that you haven't fed this kind of shit to, that knows what you care about, who you are, what you think about, and stuff like that. And through these devices, we can create these knowledge bases and stuff. And so they're really badass. I want to give this guy one more shout out. In the last month, due to the thriving, emergent nature of this community, I've registered a nonprofit and started the BC AI Industry Association. And we'll talk about that another time. Thank you. But my life's busy, and Udbav's been very, very helpful along the way in many ways, and I really appreciate your support and stuff. You've gone above and beyond, man, and it's a smart kid. I'm so happy he's found a great home with you. Thanks for bringing your father around, and you add a lot, man. Thanks, guys. James McKenzie. Oh, I have to come here for a second. You guys remember when James didn't show up the month after he got married? This is the James that got married in Florida in January, and Brittany and I went down to his wedding, so congratulations, bro.
Hi. Oh, thank you. Do you mind if I take like 30 seconds to talk about community? I know I have 1 minute, but...
You can use your minute however you like.
So I feel very similar to you, Dean. I am also working with Darren. He was supposed to pitch. I was told, I think 4 hours ago maybe, that I was pitching. Can I please talk about community? Okay, awesome. Okay, so I came to this event the first event. It was. I think I was in December. I had just met Chris a little while before. This was a while ago, and I said to Chris, "I've noticed you post like a whole bunch of events 1 month after 1 month after 1 month. They're a recurring thing. Are they worth going to? What's the deal?" And he said to me, "They're worth going to, James." And I said, "Okay, sounds good. I will." I pulled out my phone, and Chris pulled out his phone too. And I thought that was kind of the end of the discussion. And I had purchased a ticket, and he just turned over to me and said, "Here's your discount code." I said, "Sorry, but I already bought the ticket. You said it was good. I want to be there." And the experience I got coming to that, it was a different venue, but it felt kind of the same. To me, the first experience, it was the blue lights, the purple lights, the everything. I walked in and I felt like I had walked out of Vancouver and into San Francisco. And that's how I felt. That's really how I felt at the time. But actually, I was wrong. Totally wrong. Entirely and completely wrong. Because I didn't walk out of Vancouver into San Francisco because I walked out of what I thought Vancouver was into what Vancouver could be. Yeah, man. And I feel like I really appreciate all of the things you've done, Chris, for the AI community and otherwise. I mean, but you know, I'm sure everyone's going to say that, so we can skip that part.
Listen, I don't need the thanks. I'm guys respond to the call. I believe in the intrinsic power of community. So by forming interconnections amongst ourselves, we can go after shit that's bigger than any of us. So I appreciate the gratitude, but it's really about you guys.
I mean, absolutely. I think it's fantastic that we're building a community here in Vancouver that focuses on AI and focuses on this sort of amazing sort of democratization of AI, as well as its use cases, its real use cases, and not sort of this AI that's chained up in Sam Altman's basement. But sorry, I could go on for hours, but I'm sure Kush could go on for like days. So all I have to say is, real quick, before I go into Bizzer, and I will, is that I am also demoing Waguda with Tendai over there. He's waving now. There was a little show. I think we'll probably be doing it again after this kind of wraps up.
Tendai, we'll get you up here next month, bro. Yep.
Awesome. So what that is, you can talk to Tendai. He's got a demo. I don't need to talk about it. I'm not the salesperson. I don't know why Darren put me here. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then another real quick notice. You can talk to Paul if you're non-technical. Paul, wave your hand. You've got a cool hat. If you're non-technical and you really like audio, talk to him. That's all I can say. I can't talk more. Okay, that's community. Bizzer. What is Bizzer? Bizzer is a platform for connecting people with businesses they want to buy or businesses they want to sell. The way it is right now is kind of messed up. Darren had this whole pitch. He wrote of it like Crunchbase meets some kind of. I disagree. I think he's right in one way. I think what Bizzer is it's sort of like Perplexity in that sense. Is that you know what you want. You know what business you want to buy, you know what business you want to sell, but you don't know how to connect those two people. And the platforms as they are, the realtors as they are, brokers as they are, they don't, they're old school. You know, you tell them about a fax machine and they're like, crazy, you know? We're living in a world where people are disconnected from technology and they're trying to connect businesses, trying to sell businesses through the old school way, and the old school way. And what Bizzer is it sort of connects people with companies they want to buy, tailored to what their interests are, what they have the ability to buy, and connects sellers of businesses to what they are, who's actually interested in selling, rather than the people trying to waste their time. That's basically it. Darren would have sold this far better than I could, but he's not here, so it's kind of his fault.
James, awesome, man. I'm actually really happy up here. You have been here since the beginning. He's one of the OGs. He's worked on a lot of our projects. He's a legit data scientist, machine learning engineer, AI guru, and also now a pitcher, apparently. Good job pitching, my friend. Thank you, James. I got like 14 businesses I want to sell, so sign me up for an alpha account, bro. Where are you? So come on up. One of the cool things I said is that out of this community, a whole bunch of other things have sprung up. And so I've been very interested in the, obviously, many of us are interested. I've talked to so many of you about education, our children, future of education, classrooms, where's it going? How are people learning? Does the old way seem misadapted towards the future? And what are we gonna do about it? And so I came to me and she said, hey, I've been coming for a couple months and I've been watching and I feel connected to this place and I've got this idea. I'd like to start a subgroup around AI and education. And I'm like, thank God, because I want that too, and I haven't been able to advance it along. And so then since we've connected, we've been able to put our heads together. She's taken the reins and built some stuff out in our Notion. And so we are officially launching the AI and education subgroup of the BC AI ecosystem, and Aya's going to tell you about it.
Yeah, wow. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for being a spark, actually, and thank you for being a welcoming, warm community here. I'm happy to bring a slightly different voice tonight. I mean, I admire all those edtech, big tech, mid tech, and all creative people here. So we're coming from the educators part. I'm an associate professor of strategy at University Canada West, and I've been pursuing my second PhD in educational technology and learning design at Simon Fraser University, where I'm studying UDL plus AI, which is inclusive education, and now how AI can help us to make it more inclusive, especially in the non-English contexts. So, and thank you. Thank you, Patrick, it's you. So I recognized your voice. I have AI built in. So today I'm here to briefly announce, academics love to talk, but I promise to be very brief. After a long day at Web Summit, I think I'm running out of my battery already. So just to introduce a new kit on the BC AI or Vancouver AI block, which is EDI, Educators Plus AI. And it's just a space for starting a real conversation, how learning should be shaped here in BC and in the context of AI. Anybody interested is welcome. And I would like also to proudly thank our university, Canada West, and please welcome our team led by Vice President of Strategic Development, Mr. Kamil Mamajanov, and a bunch of wonderful educators and ed technologists there.
I promise I'll give you the mic back.
Yeah? Okay.
No, I promise I'll give it back. I just want to have a visual demonstration of going viral for a sec. So will everyone who was here that was invited by Aya please just stand up for a quick sec? Just a quick sec, right? So guys, we have a whole new node in our community brought on by Aya here, right? So the idea is she grabs it, embodies it, spreads it, advances it, and brings a whole new group of professors to explore AI in education. That's what going viral looks like. Thank you, Aya.
Thank you. So we're also planning to have our own meetup space at University Canada West. It's a fancy building where Vancouver House is under the bridge with a fancy chandelier, right? You know where it is. There is a chat group on WhatsApp as well. You are very welcome to join. It's free. And hopefully we will turn it into something engaging, and we hope to grow. Thank you so much for being so welcoming. Thank you.
Thank you. And one of the groups that we're talking about is Mind, AI, and Consciousness. This is one of our first subgroups that formed. And this one is, if you end up doing as good of a job as these guys have done, it will have been a good decision that we started this. So Mind, AI, and Consciousness has gotten together 3 times. It's a deep group. Loki runs his shit different than I run my shit. It's not loosey-goosey laid back. He's like, starts at 6. You had better have done the reading. There will be a quiz. David Monty.
Thank you. Hey, folks. Loki and Cian and some other folks spontaneously created a group called Mind and Consciousness and AI. And we've met together a few times, and it's still emergent what's really happening, but the gist is we have about 20 people coming together. There are readings and a topic, and it's usually about understanding something about mind and consciousness.
AI has a conscious. What would it look like if it did? Would we develop a test to figure out if it was conscious?
What is free will?
What the fuck would that mean anyway?
So we look at what's known and we try to apply it to AI and help understand what AI could do for us. But also, is AI a tool we can use to understand ourselves?
Yes.
It's unknown. So every session we explore that. We look at it from a different point of view and a different subject. Everyone's welcome. There is a cap of 20 people. So if you want to join us, let us know. It's at SFU Venture Labs. And please do reach out once a month.
Very good. Thank you, David. Thanks for picking up the tie-dye t-shirt. So, I got us a bunch of tie-dye t-shirts made. They're one of a kind. They cost $100. I'm sorry, but that's how much they cost to get them custom hand-dyed. There's only like 10 of them out there on the rack. So if you want a custom hand-dyed t-shirt, thanks for picking it up today, David. I really appreciate it. David is also a technologist building community software. And we have a WhatsApp channel. And a lot of us are connecting there, but it's good. It brings us together, but it's not taking us all the way we want to go. We want to have deep, threaded conversations with permalinks over time that really bring us closer together. So David's company builds on top of open source tools like WordPress, and we've been putting our heads together for months now, and we are going to move forward in the coming months with like an expansion of the infrastructure for us to be able to share ideas and projects and stuff like that. So thank you, David. I really appreciate it.